Hey everybody, doing a little quick video here. This one was really funny because I came across an ad for the mud mixer here on Facebook, and I did some research on it because they're like new and improved and so on. I have experience with this. I do. I have experience with this. Not only do I have experience with it, as in I've seen it work in person, but I have slabs out here on my property. One was made by me and another made by a crew using this. Now when I did I've got two pads, both pads. Let's see, where am I? There we are. Okay, this is the pad that the professionals poured. It's just this one all the way over here. This pad starts here, goes to here, and it's that big. That's how big the pad is. It took a crew of 5 guys with the mud mixer, something like 3.5 hours to do this. As you can see right here, I've got a cement mixer. That's what I used to do this pad. This pad is the same size as the other pad. It took me less than 30 minutes to do this pad by myself using the cement mixer. Oh, well, how is that possible? The mud mixer is super duper awesome fast and stuff. How is that? Well, as you can see at the top here, you've got the hopper extension, the chute extension, and then you have the mud mixer itself. For a grand total, you can get all three for over $4,000. Over $4,000. That's quite pricey. But you just have to add, a bag to it, and then it'll push it out pre-mixed, and then you just keep adding bags. Yeah, great. This mixer, without the $400 add-on, only holds 1.3 bags of cement. 1.3 bags of 80-pound cement. So you're talking, what, 110, 115 pounds or something like that? That's it? That's all it holds at any given time, standard, for $3,400 plus, I don't know, like 8% tax. So, yeah, that's a lot of money to put into something. Oh, well, you just hook the hose up and then it mixes it for you. Yeah, the cement mixer. This is the one that I have. 3.5 cubic feet. That's a lot. That's over double what the other one has when you pay the extra $400. That's ridiculous. I think cost breakdown, this cost 1/13 the price of the other one. I only had one hiccup with this, and that was the little this motor. There's a motor in here, and then it has a bar that comes out. Well, the little keyway, the bar that they had in there, was smaller than it was supposed to be, so it fell out. And I've got all kinds of bars and stuff, key stock, keyways. I've got a bunch of them. So I grabbed one out of my kit, popped it in there, and this thing ran like a champ. The keyway that came with it was deformed or something, so it didn't work as properly. Is that a downside? Yeah. Do I give a shit? No, because one, I had it on hand, and two, even if I had to spend, $2,000 on a key, it's still cheaper. I mean, I can buy 5 of these and still be, way under what the other one is, and then I could just have, a couple guys filling them up. I could fill up one of these, let it mix, fill up another one, let it mix, fill up another one, let it mix, and just pour all 3 as soon as I'm ready. It's not hard. Now, another thing is here, let's do this. You can see these are 9-inch wheels. This is your feeder up here. When you tip this, it comes to about here. You're looking at over 20 inches of height. Over 20 inches of height. I think when I measured mine, it was like 24.5 inches, roughly, from the actual opening. When you tip it to its lowest point, almost 25 inches of height. That's not bad. This has, I think it was like 14 or 16 inches of height. That's it. You have to put it up on something. Also, this thing weighs a ton. It is absolutely ridiculous. Let's see. Yeah, 211 pounds, and this was, I think it's 118 or something like that, or 120. Yeah, 116 pounds. So, you're paying for an extra 100 pounds, roughly, but you're doing less. Yeah, I get it. It's something easy. Oh, one man can do it. It took a crew. It took a crew to do my pad. It took a crew to do this pad. It took them ages. 3 hours to do this pad because they're doing one bag at a time and push it out, one bag at a time and push it out, and then somebody's got to rake it away, and somebody's got to load, somebody's got to, trowel it out from the little chute. There's a lot that goes into that. That's ridiculous. It really, really is. I mean, you gotta have somebody using this end and scooping it away from the end. That way, it's not just all piling up right here. You gotta have somebody loading it up at the top. You gotta have somebody loading it. Somebody's got to be working the hose to clean off the sides. Somebody's got to be monitoring the water, moving it around, positioning it where it needs to go, and all while it's one bag at a time. Then, when you do big jobs and you have the $400 extension on it, you're still doing 3 bags. That's all you're getting is 3 bags. 3 bags of mix, and you gotta wait for it all to come out of this little end. You gotta wait for it to come out that little end. Instead of mixing 5 bags, tipping it, pouring it all out at once, move the machine down a little bit, throw in 5 more bags, water, and then dump it out. I mean, it took me, by myself, half an hour to do that slab. It took a team of 5 guys 3 hours to do the same slab with this machine. It makes no sense. Yes, they have tons of videos of one person running the machine and doing it by themselves. But all they're doing is like 1 bag job. That's it. Take a 4-foot pillar. You're talking like a footing. It's 4 feet deep, 18 inches around. Most of them are slightly above ground. If it's slightly above ground, this thing can't use it or can't do it unless you actually put it up on a platform high enough to pour into it. The other mixer, the actual concrete mixer, you don't need that at all. That's a failure right there. Another thing is, with a 4-foot by 18-inch tube, filling that up, 80-pound bags, we're talking 11 and a half bags of 80-pound. So 5 in each one. If you do 4, yeah, it's like 11 and a half. So if you do 4 bags, then you only have to load the concrete mixer 3 times. So you're talking maybe 3 minutes of mixing time, because it doesn't take a lot to mix these, especially in those concrete mixers, because they have the big, huge paddle. This is working with a corkscrew, a little corkscrew. It's this little tube here. This is your corkscrew. That's your mixer. There's nothing really to it. This guy, that big, huge fin there. There's 2 of them. That's your mixers. You have this massive, massive mixer on top. I mean, it's ridiculous. Look at how big these mixers are. They go all the way to the ends too. It's not hard, but again, we're talking 3 loads of it. You know, you mix 4 at a time. You pour, mix 4, pour, mix 4, pour. Then you can level the top. With the mud mixer, you're setting it up on a platform, all 200 and something pounds of it. So not only do you have to account for that extra weight to be lifted up, you have to be able to do that. You have to have that. So extra weight, you have to put it up on a platform, and then you have to bring 1 bag at a time, 1 bag at a time, 1 bag at a time, and just slowly 1 bag in. I mean, at that point, get yourself like one of these big mixers like this guy here, the 20-volt brushless mixer, and then get a 30-inch paddle or whatever, because they have the concrete mixing paddles for those guys. Get one of those and one of those for like $100, and then just pour the concrete right into the sonotube, flood it with water, and then just mix it. And even that is faster than the mud mixer. For again, much less. Even the Bauer mixer, this one. Kiss my ass, concrete beast. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, this guy, big, 4 cubic yard, or 4 cubic feet. That's decent. And again, you have a higher, pour level. It's ridiculous. On off, there you go. Big button. $400. That's a tenth of the price. And you get yourself some wood and some steel, or even stainless steel. Build yourself a trough. That way you can, mount it to the device. Let's see. This bottom support bar, you could build something that just kind of hooks onto that, so that when you tip, you can just move it where you want to. Let's see. Home Depot. Let's see. My ass. What is that? 3x3 steel. Let's see if it actually pulls up what I'm actually looking for. Let's see. Category should be in like sheet metal. Let's see. Buzzing me here. Yeah, 24 by 36 galvanized sheet, $16. 3 by 3 plain silver aluminum sheet metal, $35. You could build a nice trough out of this, a feeding ramp, whatever you want to call it. But you could build something better than this out of, say, $60 worth of material. You could build it longer than that. You could put on your own little, pivot arm and still do a better job than this. I mean, it wouldn't be hard. It really wouldn't. I mean, with a little bit of know-how. I mean, I've been arguing with a guy. He's like, "Oh yeah, my crew, we could use we use one of those mud mixers, and it only takes one person to run it." Okay, then why do you have a crew? Oh well, it's this. No. Why do you have a crew if it only takes one person to operate it? Simple, because you need a crew. You need a crew. One person operates it. Yes, one person puts the mud in and monitors from the top. But you still need a float crew. You still need somebody at the other end, the receiving end, to lay out the mud and move it here and there. You're not going to be loading one bag or two bags of concrete and then rushing over, moving it all around and whatnot, and then running back and then putting it in. That's back-breaking labor. When you can load 5, run it, and pour it, and then float it. Hell, even if you have 2 or 3 people, you can run this even faster. Saves you money. Saves you a whole lot of money. Because, one, you don't have to put out a big, huge load of money for a machine and then still have to pay all the people to run it. This, you can get 3 of these, 4 of these, 5 of these, run multiple crews, and do more jobs, get them done faster. That's how math works. That's how, business works. It's not hard. It really isn't. I mean, you can't be like, well, yeah, I do know. I mean, big jobs, you get the 3.5 or 4 cubic foot guy. Small jobs, if you're just doing, like small sonotubes, small, footings, little block footings, like it's only, 18 inches deep, and then yeah, you can use these drill guys. It's not that hard. But I mean, at that point, it's just pour the mix into the hole and then wet it, and then just keep coming back and wetting it, every hour or so, and you're good. You don't need a $4,000 machine. I mean, yeah. Let's talk taxes. So, 4,000. What was it? What was it for the whole deal? Let's see. $4,023.99. So $4,024. Plus, tax here. 8.39. Yeah, so 8.39% for the tax, and that's city and state. see, that's $4,361.61. So for $4,300, you can do worse and slower than something for, $500. But it's your choice. Do you want to fall for the gimmick, or do you want to get the job done? I mean, hell, you buy the $400 or $300 one, and then you can get the Tomahawk 37.7 gas concrete screen. You can get that. You can get the power screen and the mixer for, what was it, $1,400? $1,400. That puts you in a high enough league to actually do big jobs. You can do a whole damn walkway. That's pretty decent. I mean, you can't really beat that. I know you'd want to, but still. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Oh, broke after first use. 52 bags. Auger part fell out. What it was running. Tried contacting the seller. Stayed in queue for over 45 minutes. Kept repeating our wait time is 10 minutes. Found part missing. Something that attached to the motor. Yeah. Pays for itself if you calculate the savings. Yeah, they're doing this whole thing, and it's like, yeah, what I see here is 60 bags of concrete. So 60 bags, and you're doing it one at a time. That's a lot of work. Oh, but yeah, you can turn it in pour. Yeah, you can do that with the other one. Other one, you just pour in, and you have 5 bags at the end, and you do it in increments, and you just, you pour here, 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 you pour here. You just work your way down. This guy, he's doing 1 bag at a time, and look at the slop he's doing. This end down here, this is 3 bags, and that's all he's done. This is 20 minutes of work. Just this end. This is 20 minutes of work. Not worth it. Not worth it at all. It really isn't. I mean, here you go. Oh, put 50, 80-pound bags through it comfortably in 75 minutes. I highly doubt that. Yeah. I mean, hell, look at that mess. You got to put the machine in the middle of the thing, and you got to work it in a circle, and then you got to haul it out. This is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's about 8 bags right here. About 8 bags. And it's poorly done. Yeah, that whole corner over there. All of this right here. This is dry, stony, not mixed. You have a very poor mixture up here. The brush work is horrible. You got dry patches down here. Got a low patch right here. It's uneven. It's uneven, and very rocky, so it wasn't even mixed right. That's a poor job, and I just it blows the mind. Oh yeah, you only have to do one person and run it. It's like, yeah, one person and run it if you're doing like a little 3-inch thick, barbecue pad. But not it's not worth it for the money. Unless you can afford, 6 or 7 of them, and then you have a crew working all the machines to do one job, it's not going to pay for itself. It really won't. Because by the time this thing pays for itself on regular jobs, you've already wasted money. Whereas one of these pays for itself in maybe one single use. You can't argue with that. You really can't. But that's enough for me bitching today. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have fun. Enjoy yourselves. Watch out for bad drivers and ugly people.